Brazilian Fellipe Kizu Lima came into the Adaptive Surf Championships the prohibitive favorite to win the top spot in the waveski category. The six-time adaptive world champion got the judges' attention right away with two perfect rides in the prelim round and never looked back on his way to another title. All right, Fellipe, so you're a wave skier or surfer. So what is, we haven't really gotten an opportunity to talk to a wave surfer yet, and you get to, use a paddle to propel yourself. So explain a little bit about the complexity of how it is that you surf.
Yeah, I have the experience of surfing on the shortboard too before my injury, and now I surf on the wave ski. The wave ski is a little bit different, but for a person like us that is seated on the wheelchair, it's the perfect way to surf, because we can feel, at least I feel, as I'm standing up, because the body movements are the same. Yeah, we have the paddle on the hand, but it helps us to surf on a spot that there is not accessibility, and we can go further. We usually have to get out the same place we get in. So if the current pushes us, we have the pedal power to come back to where we gotta get out. And for me, it's the perfect way to surf as a wheelchair user.
So with the paddle, you get yourself moving, you get yourself up to speed, and now you're on the wave and you're ready to ride. Do you tuck the paddle away, or how is it that you then go to controlling the board and work in the wave?
Yeah, some people like to paddle during the wave, but I don't. I like to just use it to pivot the board to touch the water, but never to paddle in the wave. I paddle into the wave, and then I stop pedaling and just use it to turn as a rudder, or give me a little balance. It works a little bit, but sometimes it's not good to have the pedal because you need space. Like if you want to get a barrel, you need to fit into the barrel with that pedal, so it's harder. I like to say that it's harder to surf with the pedal. Some people think it's easier, but not.
I can hear that you have a natural love and inclination for this sport. So what is it that you think that the judges are looking for from you when you're out in the water? I mean, it's more than just a good long ride. What are some of the things that you have to do to capitalize on the wave that you happen to catch?
Yeah, the way the judges judge us is the same as the able-body surfing. They want speed, power, and flow. And they want the different maneuvers, But you gotta place the maneuvers on the right place on the wave, so you have the flow. And you can keep the speed. And with the speed, you have the power to hit it harder. So it's the same as the able-body surfing. But they have to judge us with the difference we have. Like our division seated, we're gonna surf different from who surf kneeling or proning, but the judges want to see the same thing.
When you started out in the sport, you must have made adjustments to the board, your style, and everything that goes into you being as good as you are. What types of technical changes did you have to make to your board? What kind of technical changes did you have to make to your game in order to be better?
That was a long way, man, because when I started, I didn't have nobody to look at, because I checked it on the internet and check it everywhere. By the time, the internet wasn't that good like today that you can find everything, but it was a long way. So I started trying proning, but on a normal board, and I don't feel good. My injury doesn't allow me to feel good laying prone. So I start to look how I could surf seated, because I felt good seated and I have a good balance. And I start pedaling kayaks just for fun. And one day I used the kayak to go fishing and diving. So one day I was coming back from a reef further out, and I caught a wave coming back, and I surfed it on a kayak. Wasn't a surf kayak, but I caught that wave and I realized that I could surf on a kayak. And I started looking around. I found kayak surf. I started on the kayak surf. It's easier to balance and all that. But then I started getting better and better. I went to my first contest in Brazil. And out there I met the guys that surf with a waveski. And
You know, it's kind of interesting because we're at an adaptive festival, we're a surfing festival here, and you're talking about what it means to adapt to something all new. So here you are, you're trying something in a kind of regular status quo way. You're laying down, you're prone, then suddenly you try something new, and it just changed the whole game for you, didn't it?
yeah, for sure, because it's a position that I feel better. And in my opinion, the waveski is a surf craft that is more rippable, because you're a little bit higher on the board. It's not like the prone that is too low on the water, and then it's hard to transfer the power to the board and to the maneuver. On the wave ski is better for that. So it's the way I adapt myself. By the time I didn't know nobody doing it, so I have to adapt everything and do my way. But in 2015, when the first World ISA Adaptive Championship happened, I met a lot of guys from America here that was doing this already. So we all met together, changed information about equipment and all that. So everything just evolved really fast.
Are you satisfied with the waves that you're catching here in Oceanside? Are these good waves?
Yeah, I love this kind of waves that we have here. Is a beach break, but the pier makes the sand builds in a different way, and it's more open face, and it breaks always on the same spot. I like the wave here. It have power, but it's a championship, so we have the dates and the time to be there. It's pretty rare to be there on the good time and with the best waves you can get. But we've been having fun. Yesterday we had a good swell. Today's dropping off, but that's how it is. We have to adapt ourselves to.
Felipe, the water is unpredictable. You never know what it is you're going to get. So what's the hairiest situation that you found yourself in since you've been surfing?
Oh, I gotta find out one between all the hairy situations I had. But I remember once in Australia, in Noosa Heads, I was waiting for a wave forever, but every time the crowd catches the wave and I couldn't catch a wave. So I got more into the point break. It was full of rocks. And then there came a big set and just wiped me off. And I flipped, and I landed on the rocks, like breaking all my board. I had to hold on to the rocks. So the next wave came, and I was holding on the rocks completely under the water. But thanks God I have good friends. And when the water rushes down, my friends were there running on the rocks, grabbed me off, grabbed my board, took me out of it, and saved my ass. And they always do that. This is not the only time that happened. That happened a lot. It's still happening.
And nonetheless, here you are back in the water again.
Yeah, like not the next day because I had to fix my board, but the fast I could, I was back there, man. This kind of stuff doesn't scares me, just makes me learn what I can't do, what I can do, and yeah, just with that bad moments, I just learn.